I'm going to introduce positioning analysis using Enginius today. So this is Enginius site. After logging in, you can click dashboard. And you may be using this student version of the software, right? So I'm going to use the same thing. Select. So this is the interface you are using. All right. So we're going to learn positioning today. An example case. The same thing. It's office star case. Let me get the data set from the tutorials. So from the drop-down menu, positioning is here. All right. The mainstream of positioning is using mapping method. And in the mapping method, we have there are two major kinds. One is perceptual mapping and preference mapping. For the two mapping method, we have two data sets, right? Perceptual data and preference data. They are similar but different. Right? Perceptual data is the evaluations of brands, competing brands regarding important attributes in the competition, right? So there are 5 different major attributes in the industry or in the competition, right? And there are 4 major players in the competitive structure, right? So Office Star is competing with Paper & Co., office equipment, and supermarket. So we will learn to know the relative positions of these 4 brands, right? Regarding the 5 major attributes. Preference data is also an evaluation, right, of the brands. However, it is not about the evaluations of the attributes, right? It's the evaluation of the overall brands. Okay, so in the rows here, you can see the names of the respondents. So they evaluated 4 brands, right, using a scale. Maybe it's a 5-point scale, right? Okay. For example, Michael likes Office Star more than other 3 brands, right? And Lori also like Office Star, but Rajiv, Antoine, and Yoshi, they like supermarket, and Elizabeth prefer office equipment, and maybe Mary is like Paper & Co. with supermarket together, right? Anyway, using these 2 data sets, we can run the positioning analysis, right? Right. At the top, you can see the button, Run Positioning Analysis. Click it. Right, so we have both data sets, perceptual and preference. Dimensions, let's see, 3 dimensions, right? We want to see 3D representation, right? And also 2D will be represented automatically together, right? And focal brand, yes, we have a focal brand. Our brand is Office Star, not others, but Office Star, right? Advanced, let's see advanced. Right, so let's run it. Show me the report. So click this. A new window about the result. First of all, there are a lot of results here, but first of all, you can see the 3D let me decrease it. Size. 3D representation of the positioning, right? So you can see office star here. Dimension, and it's well differentiated with other competitors, office equipment, supermarket, and paper and co, right? And close to office star, you can find service quality and large choice and product quality, right? Okay. And convenience, you have office equipment and supermarket. And low prices, you have paper and co, right? You know, because the mapping is using vector model, right? Okay. In the vector model, value is increasing along the line. Each attribute line here, from 0 to here, value is increasing, right? So from the faraway place here, you can have a perpendicular line to the attribute line and move it to 0. And first brand meeting with the perpendicular line is the number 1 brand in that particular attribute. So in the service quality vector line, office star is the first one, right? It's number 1 in terms of the perceptions of respondents, right? Anyway, sometimes it's easier to look at the 2D representation, right? So by combining the two mapping, let's keep it here, we can see the map combining both perceptual and preference data, right? So in blue, we can see the preferences, so different respondents, right? Each line is representing each respondent, and we have black lines, attribute lines, okay? So office star is number 1 in service quality, and in terms of product quality, also office star is number 1, right? Large choice, also number 1. And in terms of product quality, office equipment is number 2, and you may stop on 0, right? And convenience, supermarket is number 1, and office equipment is number 2. And low prices, paper and co is number 1, right? So each brand has different unique point in their positioning, right? It's well separated, right? Okay. However, office star is jockeying a good position because it's number 1 in terms of 3 different major attributes, and you can find more preference lines, right? Gathered together around this dimension, right? Right. Let me finish this session right now, and we will discuss more about the positioning analysis later. Thank you.